Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, with your reading for December the 30th, 2019 through January the 5th, 2020. We are at the end of a decade and about to embark on a whole new generation. So how exciting is that? So happy New Year, guys. Let's hope 2020 is better than 2019. At least for me, I hope. Okay, listen, it's a perfect time to get a 12-month reading, actually, and gives you, an idea of what's going to happen month by month in 2020. And if you would like that, click on this link. It'll take you to my website. You can see what kind of readings I offer. And I am going to throw in a chart interpretation with that just until if you purchase it before January the 5th. So that will be included in the reading. Now, all the links are in the show more description box below, the links to the other videos. This is for your sun, moon and rising. So all the other video links will be below. The skip time to this intro right now, to the astrology report and to the tarot card section are below in the show more section. Now, also, I want to quickly tell you that I have a private Facebook group, and the link to that will be below. Every 2 weeks, I do a live feed for the full and the new moon, only in that private Facebook group. So the link to that, just ask to join, answer a couple of questions, and you'll get in. Yay! All right, without further ado, let's go to your astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology report section of your reading. And on Monday, December the 30th, Mercury is trine Uranus. This transit opens up our minds to the endless possibilities. It stimulates visionary thinking. It's outside the box, electrifying kind of thinking. We may suddenly get some exciting news or bump into someone new by chance and discover that we have striking chemistry. Serendipity is the word that comes to mind when I think of this transit. Pay attention to your dreams because psychic abilities and intuition energies are pronounced during this transit, and messages may come to you via dreams. This aspect may give us a penchant for higher learning also. So it might be a good time to study astrology or tarot or any kind of Wiccan or any of the occult subjects. Or perhaps even computer technology or website development or communicating in any way through the internet or online. Also, socializing and sharing your ideas with interesting people will help you gain a lot of insight. New acquaintances or love interests met. If you meet new acquaintance or love interest during this transit, they will be exciting. However, they may not have lasting power. So keep that in mind. Now, Tuesday, December the 31st, 2019. Whee! Happy New Year! This is the end of a decade and we're starting a whole new generation, right? The next 10 years, what will it have in store for us? Let's hope 2020 is better than 2019, for me at least. I had a rough year. So onward to positive and incredible opportunities we go. Okay, now Thursday, January the 2nd, 2020, Mercury is conjunct Jupiter. These are lovely, optimistic thoughts and ideas. The belief that anything is possible and attainable. This transit also encourages higher learning. So it's a good time to start a new course in study, perhaps of philosophy or theology, astrology, or the healing arts. Perhaps you're planning an adventure to a far off location, or maybe a spiritual retreat is on your mind. Whatever the case may be, it's a big plan of action that is likely in the works, or rather on your mind. This transit is a bigger picture energy. So that means that details might be overlooked or missed during this time. This transit can also foster excessive chatter. It's the excitable nature of this transit that can have us foaming at the mouths to get out, to get out all of our ideas before they disappear. There's kind of an urgency there to say all we need to say. So this comes across in our communications. So we need to try to breathe and think and just take a moment before we speak. Keep that in mind. On Friday, January the 3rd, 2020, Mars moves into Sagittarius. Here we go. This is bigger picture. Again, Sagittarius is all about the bigger picture. So when one is impatient, one can get restless. So it's really the best way to channel our frustrations during this transit is through exercise, action, take action. It's that nervous energy we need to kind of burn off. It's a really good time to start a new exercise program or some other fun activity that you can work out your nervous energy through. During this transit, you may find that you start several projects with little follow through. Therefore, things may not get completed. Another thing to be aware of, guys. So let's go to your tarot card reading, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to the tarot card section of your reading for December the 30th through January the 3rd. I'm wearing my brother's hat. Happy birthday, Capricorn! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Capricorn. Happy birthday to you. And all the Capricorns, I don't want to mention their names because I will miss them out. Happy birthday, guys. Okay, this is for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, blessings, guidance, and helpful information can you give Capricorn for the week of December the 30th through January the 5th? 3 cards for Capricorn. 1 more card for Capricorn. There. Oh, sorry, 2 more cards for Capricorn. Oh, that was 2. Lovely. Phantasmagorical. Here we go. Okay, let's go to your clarifying cards. These are clarifying cards for Capricorn. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Capricorn through these clarifying cards for the week of December the 30th through January the 5th? Please clarify. Please clarify. There it is. Oh, 2. Oh, wow. And please clarify. Here it is. Okay. Let's take a look at your cards, Capricorn. The first card out for you is the Queen of Swords, clarified by the Devil. Then you have 4 of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords and the 10 of Swords. A lot of swords going on here. And Then you have the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the King of Wands. Okay, here we go. So, the Queen of Swords. Well, she's definitely, it doesn't surprise me that she has not been in, it surprises me that she hasn't been in more of the readings, because this is all about saying something kind of without compassion. She just tells the truth. She tells it like it is. She's brutally honest, and she doesn't intend to hurt you. She just thinks you need to know it so that it can help you move forward. She's very pragmatic. She's extremely intellectual. She's gorgeous, and men surround her, but they don't hang around very long because she's a little too much to deal with. You know, who wants to hear the truth all the time? I don't. I remember that. Anyway, I digress. So this is something, look, if you are the Queen of Swords, then soften your language or deliverance. Watch the tone. If you are, this is very Mars in Sagittarius. So at the end of the week. But if you're dealing with a Queen of Swords, then try your utmost not to take it personally, and look for the message. Look for the silver lining in the message, because there's a growth opportunity here. You know, growth sometimes is a bit painful, you know, no pain, no gain, right? Clarifying it is the Devil. This is like being chained to the material realm and just, you know, focusing on the material. And it's, you know, it's a distraction. You have to look, if somebody has been the Queen of Swords with you, don't get overly sensitive and try. Well, this represents you, guys. The Devil represents Capricorn. And it's really that ambition for material gain. And it's you know, it's being chained to work for materialism, right? But unfortunately, we live in a three-dimensional world that is, you know, materialism is kind of important. You know, we don't want to be homeless. But, you know, the thing is there's got to be a balance, right? So he's also addiction and distraction in other things like drinking too much, watching the television. It can be that too. So I would just be very cautious about not taking this message from the Queen of Swords too personally. Or if you're the Queen of Swords, you really don't want to be materialistically based or too much emphasis on the materialism. You know, put spirituality first, you know, do something for nothing, you know, do something without expecting anything in return. That's a spiritual kind of way of looking at things. Don't make alliances just for what you can get out of them. That's important. Now, the next card out is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is really, it's time to rest. The Four of Swords is interesting. There's three swords standing up. The three of Swords is the pain, right? So this is moving on from the pain. It's remembering it and learning from it, right? Excuse me. It's remembering the pain of the Queen of Swords, of the Three of Swords, but not wallowing in it and not reacting from it. But it's really it's time to take a rest. It's time to relax. It's time to recover, to recoup your energy because of what you've been through with with the Three of Swords. It's important for you to rejuvenate. And so in order to rejuvenate, you need to sleep. You need to make sure that you are being taken care of, that you are hydrated, that you have, more than anything, enough sleep. And look what's clarifying it. You've got the Ten of Swords, which is the betrayal, coming out of the Three of Swords, and you've got the Queen of Swords. So this is, well, first of all, Capricorn, sometimes when this, tens are endings and beginnings, right? And it's no mistake that we are ending a decade and beginning a new one. And this is like, leave all this pain and this betrayal behind in the past. Leave it in 2019 and move on into 2020 with truth on your side, and thinking logically, and I want to say dispassionately, because you want to think with a logical mind and a rational mind as opposed to emotional. And it really is moving on from this betrayal. So you have experienced some betrayal and some deep hurt. So I think it's time to rest up and to release that. And I think that you can move forward. Look, she's really intelligent. She's a brilliant businesswoman. She's very cerebral. She thinks rationally and logically. She's not emotionally attached to any outcome. She's just, she just tells it like it is. She's on the side of truth. So I would say, stay on the side of truth and release the past, darling. Release it. Finally release it, because you've got the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is like dreams and wishes come true. Look, she's got the whole art. She's got all this money. She's accumulated wealth. She's doing well. And this is like displaying the wealth and celebrating that she has it. I am getting that there's a cost to focusing only on material gains, right? You kind of end up alone because you're just so busy accumulating wealth and working that your loved ones get they fall to the side. So you have to be, listen, she's a businesswoman and she's been alone and fought for herself so long. She's just all about business and working, and she doesn't play very much. She's just all about, the next deal. So you want to balance. Capricorn, I'm really getting that. You got to balance work with play. You have to invest in your loved ones as well. And you've got the King of Wands clarifying it. And the King of Wands is like on top of his game. He's the best leader. He's also out there. He really is, an incredible businessman. He's a really good host. He's out there, socializing. He likes to be entertained. Sometimes he gets a bit bored. So I would really say, and this is definitely the underlying message in this reading for you, Capricorn, is to put spirituality before materialism, right? So it's okay to earn money and to be materialistic, but there's got to be kind of a balance, and there's got to be a reason. You've got to be, don't leave a wake of destruction in your path when you do engage in business. And remember not to cast aside your loved ones. Remember to invest in them too. There's a balancing act that you need to kind of take on. And also, I am getting that some of you really have been betrayed, and it's really time to move on from that betrayal too. Because you could be stuck in that, and that will stop you from moving forward and experiencing true happiness, which is having enough accumulated wealth for you to live comfortably, and having enough time to spend with loved ones and share it all. I mean, that's what it's about, right? Capricorn, Happy New Year. I wish you nothing but wonderful incredible wealth, love, and prosperity and health for the new year. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Hello, thank you for staying all the way till the end. I really appreciate you guys, and I wanted to mention that this is a member-supported channel. So any kind of advertising that you see, please don't skip. I don't get paid if you skip, but I get paid if they play through. Not much, but that all adds up. So that would be a wonderful way of helping me. Of course, the liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting is great too. But also, I have a Patreon page. You can click on this link here. That'll take you to my Patreon page. I post things on there. I don't post anywhere else. And sometimes I post there first and then post to other places. And you can support me for as little as $1 a month. That's $12 a year. It's not a lot to you, but it's a huge amount to me. I mean, imagine if everyone gave me $1, $1 a month, I'd be in seventh heaven. And there's varying tiers and rewards. So, and of course, if you can't, please don't feel obliged, or, I totally get it. Sharing, liking, subscribing, and commenting is great too. So I just want you to know I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Mwah!